In this video, we're going to talk about CanNet and how to connect to the Mountpoints. If you want to see a map of all the different base stations in Canada, head to gps.can-net.ca, then tap on Sensor Map, and you'll see all the actual base stations in your location. Now, if you want to log into the data stream using your software or on the data collector, you're going to need to use one of these. The most common one is going to be gps.can-net.ca, which is the same as to get to the map, with port 2300. Now, if your IP address only accepts numbers, type in this IP address and then port 2300. Now, how can you go ahead and connect to these base stations? Well, once you take out your unit and you then try and put in that URL, it's going to ask you, do you want to use it as a single station? Do you want to only connect to one base? Or do you want to connect to a cluster of base? Well, the single ones are referred to as SS, and the ones in clusters are referred to as VRS. Now, what are some of these different names of Mountpoints? Well, the names of the Mountpoints can be seen here. Now, as time progresses, these will change, but the most common ones are these. Working from left to right, we have BC, Canada West, Canada East, and also Quebec. Now, you'll also notice as well in the information that you'll see SS, which means the single stations, and then VRS, which means those clusters, right? And so you'll see the same thing for all of these. Now, on the left, there is an image of Canada with colors. These colors relate to the epochs. For more information on this, please speak to one of our technical representatives. Now, on the end of the name of the mount point, you'll also see some extra letters. What do these mean? Well, these refer to the language that your receiver can listen to, right? So the information is being broadcast to you. So you might have a Trimble unit that might use CMR-P or CMR-X, right? And it's handling different satellite information. Then for generic versions, they're more commonly using RTCM or RTCM32. So just refer to this sheet if you want to know more or if you want to choose the right one. Now let's look at an example of what it looks like to connect to this mount point. We're going to use Trimble Access as the example. So I'm going to hit Start. And once it starts, it's going to actually load up that list. You scroll through the list and you're going to look for VRS or SS. You're going to look for Canada, West or East, BC or wherever. And that's the process of how to go ahead and connect to your different mount points using CanNet.